Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ghosts and ghouls. My name is Arbuckle, and welcome to the spookiest radio show around, bringing you the creepiest tales to keep you up at night. If you enjoy my show, give the bell a click to be notified when I go on air. Every other Sunday we are live. Now for this evening, we have a very special guest joining us for tonight's show. Without further ado, let's welcome our friend, Uncle Koko.
Hello, Fetch. Thank you for having me. It's wonderful to be here this evening.
It's an honor having you here, friend. Now, before we get into the show, please do tell us about yourself and what you do.
I'm just a chill narrator that tells you scary stories to help you sleep at night, one way or the other.
That's absolutely wonderful. Now, my new neighbor might be a little loud today, so my apologies in advance. My neighbor got a new pet, and I've heard that he likes to roam around frequently and... Bark, 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 woof, 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 woof. Intruder, intruder. There's an intruder in the house.
What was that?
Well, that would be my dog. One moment. Shh, it's okay, boy. What's going on? Bork, bork, woof, woof. There's an intruder on the couch. Look. Well, where did you come from, little kitty? Come here. Let's find out who you belong to. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. Ow!
Touch me again and I'll eat your face.
Did the cat just talk?
What do you think, imbecile?
Never mind then.
First of all, how did you get in here? And why are you here?
You see that window?
Ah.
It was open and I was on my evening stroll. I heard so much talk and music that I had to stop by.
I see. So you're a fan of my show?
No.
Aren't you a little bundle of joy?
What was that, Fetch? Want to run that by me again?
Actually, You'll both stay here. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay, Finch. Let's see who this is. Good evening, miss. How are you this evening? What can I do for you?
Skip the theatrics and get on with it.
Hey, Fetch, I'm looking for my kitty, Samuel.
Oh, shit.
He talks, has a bit of an attitude.
Excuse me?
Has black fur. He's so fluffy. Oh my god.
I see.
Have you seen him by any chance?
You know what? I actually have.
Oh, how lovely.
I'll be right back. Let me go get him.
Okay.
Come here, you little rascal.
Don't you even think about it.
I'll be gentle, I promise.
Touch me, and I will end you.
Oh, the little kitty must be grumpy wumpy. It's okay. Consider this a favor. The sooner I do this, the sooner you can get the hell out of here, and I can continue on with my show. You little runt.
That's it.
Well, this is awkward.
Zip it, Koko.
I can see this is your first time, Fetch. Unhand me, you nerd.
Calm down.
Is everything okay in there?
Yes, he's...
Don't you ever call me a kitty again. Take that.
just being difficult.
Samuel. Samuel. Come here. I got some catnip and a new scratching post for you.
Ooh, how can I resist?
There you are. Thank you, Fetch.
Yep, no problem. You two have a good evening.
Are you okay?
Let's not ever speak of this. Do you understand me?
Okay.
Now, folks, it's time to dive into tonight's stories. So turn off the lights, get comfortable, and let's take it to the tales that await you. Take it away, Uncle Koko.
Last month, it was my only child's 7th birthday, and one of the presents I bought for him was a Bill Drill and teddy bear kit from Target. I got it as a last present, and I thought that he would enjoy the Nerf gun or the Avenger movies far more, but no, he enjoyed the teddy bear kit more than anything else. At first, he asked me to help him build it since he was only 7 years old, but as soon as I showed him the first step, he asked me in kind of a prepubescent voice, "Dad, I want to do it by myself, please." "Sure, it's your toy," I said as I walked out the door, which he speedily shut behind me. I thought nothing about it at the time, but he spent over 2 hours in there. Every time I tried to open the door, I could hear him get up and run over to block it. I originally thought it was cute the first 2 times, but I became concerned with why he wanted to keep me out of his room so badly. So after the last time he kept me out, I decided to listen in on what he was doing in there. I put my ear up to the door and I can hear my son's cute voice say, "There you go, Mr. Teddy. A great big nose for you." My heart got all warm and fuzzy when I heard this, because he wasn't really doing anything bad. But then I heard another voice say back to him in a low raspy tone, "Someone's at the door, Tommy." What? Who could possibly be in there with him? I thought to myself as I swung open the door. As I did, my son was standing right there, far enough away from the door that it didn't hit him, but close enough that I thought it would, jumping back a little due to how freaky he was. I looked about his room to see if he had any friends that had snuck in to play with him. It was empty, except a few toys that dotted the floor, and there on his bed was the teddy bear. It was not at all what I had imagined a 7-year-old kid with no prior experience or help could have done. The stitching was even, and the buttons were so tightly knit in a proper place. I walked forward to it, about to pick it up as I said, "Wow, son, you did a really good—" "No, don't touch him!" my son screamed as he lunged in front of my outstretched hand. "Why can't I touch him? I just want to see how good you made him," I asked, perplexed. "He said he only wants me to hold him," my son said as he grabbed the teddy bear and held him close to his chest. This didn't seem weird to me at all at the time because all kids at one point don't like you to touch their things. So I left the room. Behind me, the door speedily shut with a gust of wind that brushed along my back. I decided to take a nap on the couch, and as I dozed off to sleep, the purring from our cat Snowball kept me awake. He was tucked away in the corner of the room, all curled up in a ball. "Huh. Snowy, what's wrong?" I said in a baby talk tone as I got up and walked over to her. The closer I got, the more she tried to back away into the corner, and I began to slowly lower my hand to pet her. But she nicked my finger with her claws, which she's never done before. I was wondering what had gotten into her until I noticed a large patch of fur missing that left a bloody red skin mark as if something had skinned it off of her. I wondered how such a thing happened to her and looked around the house to see if she rubbed up against something that may have peeled it off. That's when I heard the cat scream in agony from the living room. I darted as fast as I could to where she was, and another patch of fur was gone, which left her rolling crazily on the ground, rubbing her blood into the carpet. I quickly picked her up as she fought against me, but soon stopped as I gently petted the top of her head. My mind was spinning on what did this to her so fast that I wasn't able to find them when I ran over. I took her to the kitchen cabinet and pulled out some bandages after I'd washed the blood off in the sink. She rubbed her head against my hand as I bandaged her up and then let her go. However, she didn't stray too far from my side no matter where I went. I decided to see if there was anything wrong with Tommy, and as I got to the door I heard the same strange voice from before, talking to my son as if they were having a conversation. So I swung open the door and was traumatized to find the teddy bear now had patches of the cat's fur stitched in him. "Why? Where did you get these patches of fur?" I said as to trap him in a lie, as I tried to hold back the anger that enraged inside of me. "Mr. Teddy got him for me, Dad. He wants to be like a real bear and have fur. Look how white and beautiful the fur is. It's just like snowballs." Tommy responded innocently as he brushed his hands across the patches of white blood-stained hair on the bear. I didn't know how to react because the shock hit me so hard that I just stood there, wide-eyed, and muttered, "How did you get the hair off of the cat?" "What do you mean? I didn't get it from the cat. Mr. Teddy told me he found them." Tommy responded as he stared at me with a face of pure innocence. I then replied sternly, "Are you lying to me, Tommy? Come look at what you did to the poor cat," I said as I put my hand on his back. And then I saw that he was trying to bring the bear, and I responded by saying, "Leave the bear here." "No, Dad, he doesn't want to be left alone," Tommy responded as he squeezed it in closer. The more I thought about the fur being stitched into it, the more I became sick to my stomach. "Leave it or you're grounded without the teddy bear," I said as I took it from his hands and tossed it on top of the bed. Tommy was sad, but when I showed him the cat, he seemed very upset. And the cat wasn't scared of him as I thought she would be. Look, the same fur she's missing is on your teddy bear. Can you please explain to me why you did this? I said as I pointed to the cat. I don't know, Dad. Mr. Teddy went and got them and he bring them to me, and I have no idea why Snowball has lost fur, he said as he held her tightly. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw it, and when I turned my head, the bear was just staring at me, plopped down on the couch. I thought I told you to leave that teddy bear in your bedroom, I muttered angrily. I did leave him. I told you that he hates being alone, Tommy responded as he ran over and hugged the teddy bear. And as he did so, those button eyes never looked away from me. An eerie feeling ran down my spine, and I decided that I had enough. So I took the bear back to Target, and I asked what was wrong with this thing. The clerk just looked at it with a strange gaze and said, Sir, we don't sell those here. What do you mean you don't sell these here? I bought this not too long ago from here, I responded while gesturing to the bear. Sir, we've never sold that at our store. Take a look. We only offer pre-made teddy bears, no teddy bear kits. You should see if you got it from Build-A-Bear Workshop, the clerk said, as he showed me all the things they sell under the category of teddy bears. I left the store perplexed on why they didn't sell it, and I decided to look online to see if I can find the brand anywhere else. I'm not going to tell you the name of the brand that was on the package because I don't want you trying to find this devilish creation kit. However, I never was able to find anything more about it. It was as if it never existed. I decided it was some weird coincidence, and so I threw him in the garbage at the dismay of my son, who begged me not to do so. But I was not about to have something with bloody real fur stitched into it be in my house. When my wife Lisa got home that night, and we were lying in bed next to each other, I told her about what had happened to the cat and everything else that had occurred. She got mad at me for throwing out the bear and said that it was not a teddy bear who did that to the cat. She got out of bed and stormed to Tommy's room. I followed closely behind her, and when she opened the door, she let out a traumatizing scream as we saw the teddy bear that I threw away, tucked under the covers, but his head was propped up on the pillow staring at us. It had Tommy's eyes and ears stitched to its now sadistic smiling face. It tore open the stitches from its twisted mouth as it muttered to us in Tommy's voice.
Wanna play with me?
Well, that wraps up today's interesting show. I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. Also, special thanks to Uncle Koko for joining me this evening. If you guys want to give his channel a visit, I highly suggest you do. He has a variety of content that will captivate you at first sight. A link is info in the description below. But that's all for now. Thank you for tuning in, and tune back in next Sunday. My name is Arbuckle.
And my name is Uncle Koko.
Signing off.